Well, wheat has been in the spotlight lately as the war in Ukraine is causing concern about global wheat supplies. In the U.S., the Kansas Wheat Tour waded across Kansas wheat fields this week, showing a crop that has been stricken by drought. And in neighboring Colorado, just 2 months ago, we visited Brian Brooks, a farmer who showed us a dire drought situation that robbed the area of wheat. And as Gabe Cohen shows us, producers facing drought are also feeling the crushing impact of rising costs due to inflation.
It's going to be tough.
Just 6 weeks from winter wheat harvest, Brian Brooks is staring down 4,000 acres of barren Colorado farmland, dried out by a brutal drought that could drive food prices even higher.
There's nothing you can salvage here?
Oh no, we're done. I mean, you walk through here and it's so frustrating to see all your hard work is sitting here blown away.
Now it's time to plant corn.
Would it even grow?
No, we'd just be wasting our money.
A severe drought from Kansas to California has put 71 million crop acres at risk, 22% of the nation's crops. Farms are rationing water, some destroying crops that they know won't survive. In the Midwest, it's the opposite. Farms are soaked and planting is weeks behind. It's just one more strain on farmers, with costs skyrocketing for labor, fuel, seed, and fertilizer.
We're planting less to try to survive to live another year.
Mark Arnish, like many, is switching crops and planting half as many acres.
Consumers, without a question, are going to feel the pinch at the grocery store.
U.S. food prices keep climbing, up 9.4% from a year ago, and expected to rise at least 5 to 6% this year. The war in Ukraine is adding to it, sending global prices sky high and creating a hunger crisis, with Ukraine and Russia's grain industries largely cut off.
We're reducing the red tape.
On Wednesday, the Biden administration announced new measures to help U.S. farmers, doubling funding for fertilizer production and expanding access to double cropping insurance and technologies that reduce the need for fertilizer.
We can make sure the American agriculture exports will make up for the gap in Ukrainian supplies.
But a new USDA report is projecting less supply and higher prices in the U.S. on grains like wheat and corn. And there's growing concern crop problems could add more stress to the food supply chain.
Those drought impacts are going to result in less food being on the market, which is going to further put pressure on food prices on top of some of the inflationary pressures we've already been seeing.
At City Bakery in Denver, Michael Bortz has already seen his cost of flour nearly double.
I lose a lot of sleep for it.
He's hiked his prices 20% to cover it.
If wheat prices keep rising, will you have to raise your prices?
Yes. I mean, there's no way around that.
A problem that could grow from this desolate dirt where nothing else will.
So just pray for rain.
While farmers from Colorado to Texas are already penciling in the impacts of the possibility of little to no crop this year, experts say on the consumer side, it may take some time before it starts to impact the prices shoppers see at the store. But remember, crop prices, those are just one small piece of the price puzzle. All right, when we come back, farmers matching up with farmers, and no, not farmers only style. Customer support is next.
We need a new app. Rent-A-Geezer.